is Sophie Kelly, and for our Spring Mainstage, we will be presenting Where Are You Going, Little Horse by Rada Moskova, translated by Robert Blush, and directed by Margarita Blush. Today we have our lead puppet artist, Anthony Sellitto-Budney. Anthony, what is your role in the show, or how would you describe it?
So I feel like a lot of people would have a few different names for it. I would consider myself the lead puppet fabricator. Some people would probably just call myself the puppet builder. But basically, I'm interpreting the puppet designs from Margarita's puppet designer in Bulgaria, Christina, and then working with all the students to build the puppets for the show.
Nice. So, outside of just this show, how would you describe yourself as a theater artist, or just an artist in general?
Very vast.
Yeah.
I started out as an actor who was doing too much sculpting, so that's kind of how I found puppetry. And then through puppetry, it sort of totally expanded how I interact with the performing arts. I do everything from puppet shows that is solo work, big puppet shows like this one where you're working with an ensemble of people and a team of designers. And then going back to my solo work, it's like puppet shows, performance art. I also do a lot of different types of installation art and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm going off script for a second, but you mentioned that you did clowning at one point, and
Yeah.
I am so interested in that.
So yeah, I am a clown, and my clown show called An Hour of Clown is one of the shows that I probably sell the most out of my company because it works really well for kids, but it also works really well for adults. Clowning is super fun because it's all about being present with the audience and making fun improv and magic happen with everybody around you. And that's why it's like an all ages show, because I as the clown can come out and recognize that everyone in the audience is over 30 and then can make the humor a little spicy. But then with the kids shows, I solely more rely on a lot of the physical comedy and bringing kids on stage to do improv together.
Nice. So what drew you into this project, or what kind of was it the story, or was it the puppet design? Was it the paycheck?
I knew Margarita a little bit before working on the project because we both have ties to the University of Connecticut, where that's where I currently work and also where I studied. There's a puppetry school there. So that's how we kind of knew about each other, and then she was reaching out to a handful of people that recommended me to be the builder for the project. And then when I first met with Margarita, that's when I really got excited because a lot of the ways that she was talking about art and theater philosophy sort of mixed with the way that I think and feel about that stuff. So it felt very exciting to be involved in this process, especially looking at the character designs that Christina provided and the wonderful models. Got me really excited for being able to shape and build all these really cool figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, building big puppets in general too is just super fun, and every chance I get to build a big puppet, I usually take it.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carnival guy is 5 feet tall.
Yeah, he's just under 5 feet tall.
Just
but
like
yeah,
me.
He's about 5 feet tall. It's pretty funny because we're using, since Margarita's from Bulgaria and the designer's from Bulgaria, we're using the metric system to measure all the puppets.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I love the metric system. Everyone should start using the metric system. I'm sorry to American carpenters because you have it rough, you probably can't switch, but the metric system's cool.
So why don't you show these puppets?
So these are all the puppets in the show. Right here we have these are all the principal characters. So we have the little boy. You can see his head's here. It's not quite in a finished state. And that goes for sort of all of these parts right now. They're all sort of coming together. Here's his leg. We were able to shave it down so it's the shape we want it to be in. It has a stop here for its knee. It has a place in the back so its leg can flex. as much as it needs to. It's the same sort of situation with his arm here. We also got his little boy feet, which is super cool. We also have the little horse over here that you can see is really coming together. He still has some more shaping to do, especially on his neck and head. But since he's not fully shaped yet, you can kind of see how we're putting these pieces together. We're laminating all the foam to these pieces of wood, which is fitting into a lot of these different types of joints. So that way, all of these parts can move around. So this joint would actually be called a tongue and groove joint because this is the tongue and this is the groove that it fits inside of, which is pretty cool. A lot of the other joints in the show are similar to the little boy, fabric joints. So if we look at one of the Carnival Master's arms, we can see that there's a piece of fabric here sandwiched between the wood, and then that's the thing that's allowing it to bend and flex. The most important thing with these joints is building in these stops and these areas where the limb can collapse on itself, which is really cool. So this is sort of the Carnival Man. Here's his head minus his wonderful top hat and his little beard, which will be added on later. And then we also have this guy over here, which is the Carnival Master's friend, the Carnival Horse. So you can see that his sculpt is coming together pretty well. We have some slots here for the ears, which are going to be added on later. And then the cool thing about both of the Carnival characters is that they're actually both on wheels. So we have these sections of the front and back leg. Like this is the back leg, which is only one leg for the Carnival Horse, and a wheel is actually going to go inside of here, so he can roll around. That's the same thing that's going to happen with the Carnival Master here. He actually rides on a unicycle for the entirety of the show. So his feet will be bolted into a unicycle. So here are some of the wheels that we're using to have the Carnival Master and the Carnival Horse be able to roll around on stage. So the Carnival Horse has two uneven wheels, small one for the back legs, big one for the front legs. And then this wheel here will be for the unicycle that the Carnival Master rides on. So we'll be able to put pedals in here for him. It's cool.
Nice. Anthony, thank you so much for letting us interview you. And you should come see Where Are You Going, Little Horse in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.